friends. What I want to do for this module is give you an introduction to our human body systems. And as I've posted on the Google Classroom, you can see that modules 5 to 8, these are the last 4 modules we're going to do in our biology unit, and they're all connected. Okay, so what I've done is I've posted a package that's 10 pages long. Don't print everything. If you have a printer, you can print a couple pages. And if you don't have a printer, that's okay. Just make some notes as you're going along, or just use your own system. Whatever you've been working on so far is basically what you're going to do. Keep doing. But what I want you to do is have a look through this package so you can see sort of the detail that we're going to go through. All right. I will always post a video for the system that we're going to delve into. I've got a picture where we're going to go through the structure and the function of each of the 3 systems. And then there's some textbook questions. You'll also see, though, that I've got some really informative little diagrams in the package. Okay, so the package is printed or is available to print from this post here, and then I've uploaded all of these to our notes package, so it's continuing along. The other thing I've done is I've posted all of my solution sets. Okay, so I don't want this to be too daunting for you, but really I want to give you a good overview of the systems in the human body. And because if you're going to take grade 11 biology and grade 12 biology, I want you to get a good sense of basically how our cells become tissues and tissues become organs and organs come together for body systems. Okay, so again, this will be our last module section in our biology unit, and then I think we're going to move on to some chemistry. Okay, so you can see that through this package, we're going to do the digestive system first, structure and function. So what is it called and what does it do? Then I've got a big page with lots of information here, delves into even a bit more information than your textbook. This is the kind of stuff we'll do in grade 11 biology. And then after the information page, we've got a page where you're going to be doing some questions. Okay, so again, module 6 is going to be digestive system. Module 7, circulatory system. Module 8 will be the respiratory system. And then at the very end of this package, I'm going to get you to do one little assignment where you're going to sort of talk about structure and function. Those questions are all listed at the very bottom on that page number 10. So you can kind of look ahead and do all of these together. Okay, so here we go. Here's our overview of our human body systems. Big question. Can you explain the main function of each system? So the reason to have this page here is just to go over what are the systems, and then could you describe that system in one word? Okay, first of all, I'm going to look at the 3 systems that we're going to delve into and have a look at. We're going to look at our cardiovascular system. Okay, this is a system that we go over in grade 10 and in grade 11. The other 2 systems on this side of our human body picture are our respiratory system, and of course this is our gas exchange system, and this is where we are exchanging gases between the environment and our body in the lungs. And then we also be able to exchange gases at the cellular level, and that has to do with the coordination between the respiratory system and the circulatory system. So again, grade 10 and grade 11. The last one that we're going to do, and I wasn't sure if we were going to have time to do this, but it was in my package, and I thought we might as well get a little bit of a head start on the digestive system, because it is something that we'll go over in grade 11 and grade 12 biology. So let's write down right now, grade 10 and grade 11, and simply the physical and chemical breakdown of foods to allow the absorption of the nutrients. So things like glucose, right? You need to be able to eat something. Your body will break it down into those little tiny molecules, which then can go to your cells, and at the mitochondria, the glucose can get used and made into ATP, which is energy for the cell. Okay? All right, the next couple. So let's go through here. We have your endocrine system. This diagram is showing your thyroid gland right here. And if there's one word for your endocrine system, the word for that is hormones, okay? Your hormones are the chemical signals that send things, chemicals, protein molecules usually, right, to every single cell and organ in your body. So they regulate things, okay? So the word for hormones is endocrine, and we'll delve into that in grade 12 biology. Moving on, reproductive system. The word for reproductive system is very similar to mitosis, but it's meiosis. This is where we make gametes, so the sex cells, okay? So your respiratory or reproductive system is the one that makes the eggs and the sperm, and they do that by the process of meiosis, because you want to get each of those gametes to have half the number of chromosomes. We'll do reproductive system in grade 11, okay? We'll talk about meiosis in grade 11, and in grade 12, we'll talk about the hormonal controls of those in conjunction with the endocrine system. And I think you're getting the sense, though, right, that all of the body systems work together. You don't have a whole human working organism until you have all of your systems working together in balance, okay? The next one, this is our integumentary system. This is our looking at our skin for protection and regulation. And I'm going to give you a word here called homeostasis. Homeostasis means balance in the body, okay? And so your body tries to regulate everything, whether it's the level of hormones or your body temperature. And this is your system that helps to do that. So homeostasis is really meaning balance, and we'll do that in grade 12 bio. Okay, the next one, you have your muscular system. What word would you use to describe your muscular system if you could only have one word? Movement? Yeah. Okay, movement. And so you can see here you've got voluntary, involuntary movement. The course that you take at in high school, if you're interested in learning more about the names of the muscles and how those muscles actually contract, is if you take the grade 12 kin course, then you talk all about muscles and how they work. Okay, moving on to the second side of the sheet. Our nervous system. This is also a control system. Do you have a word for this one? How about electrical controls? Okay, this is where the message gets sent in your brain to another body part and back. It's signals, right? Your brain has to make a decision. So for example, if you touch something that's really hot, that message goes from your fingertips all the way to your brain, makes a decision about what to do, and brings it all the way back, okay? So that's your electrical system, your control system, using those neurons that we talked about earlier when we did specialized cells. And again, we'll do nervous system in grade 12 bio. Okay, moving on, the lymphatic system. Have you ever heard of that before? You may have heard of your lymph nodes, okay? This is really also under the control mechanism where we're looking at balance, okay? And do you remember the word we used for balance? Homeostasis, okay? If one thing gets going too high, your body regulates to bring that down, okay? It's that working in balance that is happening all the time in your body, and you don't even recognize that it's happening, okay? Next one, the urinary system. Can you see there? Those are your kidneys and then your bladder, okay? Your kidneys filter the blood, and they have these really tiny specialized cells inside of those organs, and they're called nephrons, right? And what they do is they regulate the water. So if you drink lots of water during your day, your kidneys will then filter out more water, send it down to your bladder, and then you have to go to the bathroom, all right? And if you haven't had very much water to drink, again, it's that balancing system that your kidneys will then say, we can't get rid of this water because we need to maintain that balance. They'll reabsorb the water back into your bloodstream and keep it at a balance that you need, all right? So again, homeostasis, but really we're looking at water regulation. 2 words, I know, that's okay. And where do we do this again? We do this in grade 12 bio. We actually do some dissection as well, so you can have a look at a real live kidney from a pig, and it's kind of interesting to cut it open and to actually see what it looks like, okay? So your kidneys are the very back far of your abdominal cavity. They're really on the back wall, and if we were to have a chance to look at the frog, we'd see the kidneys at the back wall, but if you take grade 11 bio, we'll have a look at that as well when we do our dissection of the fetal pig. All right, and the last system in the human body is the skeletal system. What word would you use to describe the skeletal system? Yep, support. Okay, so that's a look, an overview of all of the body systems. And so for this module, I want you to just have a sense of what the systems are. Could you explain the main function? And they're listed right on that table down below. And then I have one activity. I want you to find a crazy human body fact, and I want you to post that to the classroom. I also want you to then just get your notes organized. If you have a printer, print a few. And if you don't, just have a look at what's sort of coming up over the next few modules. And then again, you can have a look at the back of this package to just see what the questions are going to be that I'm going to ask you to submit as a little summative at the end of this. Okay, hope everybody's doing well. We'll talk to you next time.